Okay. Hi, Aftab.
Hi,
Aftab, can you hear
everything's
me?
fine? Yes, I
Yes.
can.
Okay, great. Great. Okay, wow. We have quite a few people who've already joined, which is amazing. So, I think we can actually get started. I mean, this is the first time we've had so many people join, like in the first few seconds, I have to say. So, you're clearly quite
That's
popular.
good. That's good.
Okay, so without further ado, hi everyone. Welcome to another episode of Book Talk. This time we have Aftab Yusuf Shaikh. He is a writer, a poet. He's written fiction, poetry. Recently, he's forayed into children's writing. I think in 2019 was when he wrote his first children's book. So we're here to talk about his first picture book with Tulika, which is Ilham's birthday. So I'm really excited. First of all, I think it's a very sweet, endearing story. So I'm excited to talk to you about that stuff. Um,
I myself am.
so yeah, I think, just to kind of dive right in, Ilham's birthday is this very sweet, endearing story about a little girl who gets pocket money on her birthday. And she decides she wants to get a pocket to actually keep the money. And it's kind of her sort of story of how she goes about doing that and what kind of challenges she faces while doing the same. But having said that, how did you get the idea for this story? Is it something that was inspired from your own childhood or even from your own daughter who's coincidentally named Ilham?
Yeah, actually, we all know the pleasure of, finding some money in a pocket which we have forgotten,
Yeah.
something like that. There is, so in our childhood or even today, it brings pleasure to us. The thing is that mostly what I write, the themes are, around loss and death and such very serious themes, even for children's books. So, few people told me that you should work on something, light-hearted kind of. So I went against myself and tried something like this, where there is a loss, but I went to the opposite side of the loss, where the child, you know what,
Mm.
I won't say. So, so this way, the story came to my mind like that a child is gaining something, or how she's dealing with the loss, and
Yeah.
then what happens to her. So it's like that. Ilham, yeah, it is. Ilham is the name of my daughter as well. But originally the story was not
Mm.
Ilham. The name of
Mm.
the girl was something else,
Yeah.
and then I had not intended it to be named after my daughter, but it was intended, I guess.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I think Ilham's such a lovely name, and I think the protagonist, the way Tisha has, visualized Ilham, is very adorable, is very cute. I think the illustrations are just lovely. Um, but having said that, the story is set in Hyderabad, and you have an interest in cities and their histories, and you have written, other books around, different cities and whatnot. How and why did you decide that you wanted to set this specific story in Hyderabad?
Well, when I started this story, it was the girl had no, specific persona of hers,
Mm-hmm.
and it was not based in any real city. But
Okay.
as the story progressed, I have been to Hyderabad many times. I have worked in a small place, some 150 kilometers away from Hyderabad. So I have visited the city quite a few times.
Mm.
So I have a urge, whenever I go to a new place, I feel like, somehow this place should remember me, or it should know that I had loved it in some way.
Mm.
So I try to base stories like that and take things from the city. I worked on Srinagar also. I'm hoping to work on Amritsar also. So this is how Hyderabad came in, because Hyderabad was supposed to come in some story. So it came in this story. And
Yeah. No, and
especially the bazaars,
yes.
uh, because the bazaars of Hyderabad are very famous, and everybody, talks about shopping in Hyderabad,
Mm.
around the Charminar, this place. So, and I wanted this girl to be
Mm.
in the bazaar. The bazaar was, a kind of another character which is pulling her towards itself. It is giving her, opportunity to spend that money which she has.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and it comes through really well. And I think this kind of brings me back to, Tisha Malia, who's done such a lovely job with the illustrations. I think one of my favorite spreads, which I'm just going to quickly show, is the one when she runs past the gulab jamun vendor and, they give a quick sort of her running through the bazaar. That's like one of my absolute favorite spreads from the book. But do you have any of your favorite areas, from the city that feature in the book? And if so, why are they your favorite? And which are the spreads you like?
You have chosen the same page which I am supposed to like, this one,
Okay, we both
the
like the
same
same
one.
page.
So this when she runs in front, past the Makkah Masjid, there is a small entrance of the mosque. There is a
Mhm.
bigger entrance as well as a smaller one. So the smaller one is, you know, I like that it is a small gate, but through that you can enter the entire mosque. And I like this kind of, small spaces leading into vast open spaces kind of. So for me also, in that lane, that place is very, I like that place,
Mm.
that entrance. And that is where, right exactly where she is in the middle of the page. That
Yeah.
is that push. Though it is not exactly representative of the exact location. It's not geographically or you exactly like that.
No, for
But
sure.
that is the place
Yeah. Were there any other
in the bazaar.
spreads that you really liked, or are there any other parts of Hyderabad you think Tisha's done like a good job of kind of capturing in terms of the essence of the city?
See, the bazaar is like any other bazaar, but she had made it the Hyderabad's bazaar. She has
Okay.
done that, and there is a playful kind of thing, in the entire story.
Hmm.
It seems like there is something exciting happening or going to happen. There is a continuous, a lot of colors. Though I am somebody who very dull, liking dull colors and all that, but I like this. There is so much color, especially for children. I feel that when children get this book, when they see so many colors, they also feel like going to what is this bazaar,
Yeah.
where there is so much color and so much celebration kind of like that.
Yeah, no, no, for sure. And in fact, I'm just going to quickly show the first page because I really think this is so cute. Like, Ilham and her father. It's such an
Yeah.
adorable sort of scene. And this is what I mean. I think Tisha's done such a cute, lovely job of making this character so adorable. Like, she's very endearing,
Yes,
honestly.
of course. The second last page now, when she is made a sad face like this. Her eyes are welled up kind of.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
expression.
So that, and knowing that, though she does not exactly look my daughter, but now it is one thing. These two are one. My daughter also think that it is herself,
Oh,
and
so
so it's like that. So she's continuously, when I showed her the trailer of the book also, so she is continuously asking me, "Okay, show me that video where I am running, where Ilham is
wow.
running." She speaks in first person right now. So she says, "Show where Ilham is running," and that, like that. So when I see those welled up eyes, I see her
Oh,
in that. So it becomes even more cuter for
yeah.
me.
No, it's very, very adorable. And in fact, has your daughter read the book? Have you read the story to her? What has her reaction been?
Uh, she's very, too small to read as of now, but she keeps on seeing the visuals. And her elder brother has told her, who is a good reader, he has
Okay.
told her all these stories. And he's also, envious kind of that I came first in this world, in your world, and you wrote a book about her before me. It's like that.
Okay. So
He's the
I think
elder
it's
one, and he is not a protagonist in any story right now.
I think it's a sign for you, Aftab, to write one more book for your son.
Yeah, I hope the Srinagar one is his book. I hope
Yeah, no, for sure. But
Kashmir
when
one.
I was kind of definitely, but what I found really fascinating is when I was researching about you and kind of looking up the work you had done, and I read that you started writing at the age of 8, which is incredible. So, I like, how many years has it been now then since you started writing? Because you don't have to give your age if you don't want to, but yeah.
No, it's not a problem. I am 34 now. So, but I cannot calculate properly. I'm very dumb in mathematics, any kind of maths. So it must be more than 2 decades now,
Yeah,
at
about
least.
definitely. But that's so cool that you started
Uh,
writing at such a young age. How did you,
yeah.
because you started writing at the age of 8, how did you first of all get into it, and how do you think you've grown as a writer? Obviously, now that you're doing this, professionally.
See, what happened is that I'm not good at studies, and when everybody in my class was being praised
Mm.
about their sports achievements or their studies or something like that. And I was feeling very, envious of those people, especially because the class monitor, uh, I thought that the class monitor would like those people, and I wanted her to like me. So I did something like this, and I'll do something about it. So I wrote a poem,
Okay.
Breakfast. I wrote a poem, Breakfast. And I purposely showed it to my friends that they may show it to the teacher. And then what I wanted that happened. The teacher saw it, and it's good. You wrote a very good, nice poem and all that. So I got some, shabashi kind of thing. And that showed me that this is what I can do. This is what I will do. And as you asked over the years, if something has, I guess I have become lazier
Oh,
with,
okay.
Yeah, as a writer, I'm a very lazy person because there are so many stories which are haunting me, which I have to write,
Okay.
but I'm very lazy. And how the writing has progressed, that the reader can say. What can I say about that?
No, but I mean, just generally, what have you noticed that has maybe changed over the years that you've kind of, I assume, of course, I'm sure the technique and what you've learned is definitely improved over the years, but something that, maybe has struck you that, oh, this is something I do well now or differently now.
That must be the human side of characters,
Mm.
feeling what they must be feeling right now because they are nobody. They
Mm.
don't exist. But when you start thinking about them, you start feeling for them also. So you don't have
Mm.
to bear only your happiness or your heartbreak. You have to bear their pain as well. So
Mm.
I think I'm now able to more vividly understand the emotional side of human beings, of characters, how people react, how strangely people may react. People don't react in a similar way
Mm.
to a similar emotion.
Mm.
Things like that. Human beings are the most interesting thing on this planet for me, and that is why I like history and other things which are connected to human beings.
Mm.
Every person is interested.
Yeah. No, for sure. I think that's a very nice point you brought up, that I think that ability to, I think, really relate to a person and put yourself in their shoes and kind of figure why they're, feeling a certain way or doing a certain thing or saying something a certain way. I think as a writer, that's like a really important quality, especially when you're writing characters and whatnot. But, having said that, children's writing is a very different ball game as compared to writing for adults. And as I think we always say, children's writing is not child's play by any means, for sure. Um, how different is it for you, in terms of, writing for children, since this is something you've ventured into more recently in the past couple of years? It's something that you've gotten into, especially as compared to writing for an older audience. How different is it? And what do you find challenging and maybe even fun about, writing for children?
See, writing for children is more difficult, as you said, compared to writing for adults. Because for adults, you have to just bring a mirror for them, and they see what they already know. But for children, you have to first create, you have to make them interested in something, and then you have to bring out the story for them. So it's very different. Children are very smart. They are smarter than adults. Adults get confused in their own. They get disillusioned that they have grown up. Children have the, they are not reverent. They are not. they don't have the illusion that they have grown smart. So they can ask anything. They can think in any direction. Even authors may not be able to think about it like that.
Mm.
So that is why it's more difficult to write for children. And for me, it is a selfish reason why I write for children because, you know, as far as I am concerned, I don't remember the books which I read right now, but I
Okay.
remember every small poem, every illustration from my childhood.
Okay.
So I want to be remembered longer. So
Okay.
that is why I want to get into children's life. I get into people's life when they are children. So that is
Mm.
a time when they'll remember me more. So it's like that.
No, no, that's very sweet. And I think that's so true. I think children are so, I think they just absorb everything a lot more. That sometimes, if a child really likes something, it really sticks with them. And it's always there in their memory. Like you said rightly, they kind of carry it through with them for the rest of their lives. So, yeah, I mean, before kind of closing, what do you kind of want readers to take away from Ilham's birthday?
Mm, what I would like them to take away from it will be become, I don't want to, teach or preach something
No,
from the
no.
story.
Yeah. But just
But
generally something you would like for readers to just, what are you hoping for that they'll
for
feel, or,
for the
just.
yeah, for the reader who is of that age and who is reading the story, I would like them to understand that even if you lose something, it's not a big deal because life is full of these stuff,
Hmm.
losing things and gaining things.
Hmm.
So gaining is not a very big achievement, and losing is not a very big setback. Once
Hmm.
you lose something, you get something better than that, and once you get something, you may lose something which you know which, which is not important, which is not better, but you may feel that I have lost something greater than
Hmm.
this. So this will go on your all through your life. I don't know the readers of that age, uh, they'll understand that the complexities of all these. But I just want them to understand that if you lose anything, just let it go. If you get anything, enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's life.
Yeah. No, but I think readers are going to definitely, I think children are definitely going to finish reading this and have a smile on their face. I definitely had a smile on my face when I finished reading this book. Like I said, it's a very adorable, very endearing story. And
That
yeah,
is,
Ilham's birth.
that is that is a bit of change for me because people say normally that when I finished your book, I was crying or something like that. I am good at making people sad. It's good that for once I'm able to make people smile.
No, no, it's definitely it's a very sweet story. And yeah, I highly recommend that people pick it up. So just gonna show it once more. After you can also show the book once, so readers can have
Yeah,
a
it is.
present. Yes, Ilham's birthday. It's now out. It's available. You can order from the Tulika website. Come visit our bookstore, and it's also available in all our Indian languages, which we publish in. So please do come pick up the book. It's very sweet. And thank you so much, Aftab, for being here and talking with me today about the book.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I had a good time talking with you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.